motion. Again gets to Johnson, and he gets down close. Looks like he's about a half-yard short. Ball inside the 1. Johnson again. Yep. This time he is hit by Jack Reynolds and knocked backwards, if you can believe that. 11th play in this drive coming up. Anderson will look and throw. Alexander does not get in. They give the touchdown, I don't know. The 49ers don't think he made it. Who's on the bottom of that pile? Jack Reynolds again. Number 64. That's a team effort for San Francisco's defense.
Craig Patterson's way to the goal line. He goes in for a 49er touchdown. And the 49ers are leaving the Miami Dolphins far to the rear now.
Weiss has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana. Touchdown, John Taylor.
This is complete domination. The 49er offense has beaten the Denver Bronco defense every way.
From the 44, they fake it to Floyd. Young to the air, Young to Jerry Rice. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, that's quite a statement their defense made. To handle the middle of the football field, and Frank, I have dumbfounded as to what they're doing.
Good move to the outside on Carrington.
Pretty close. Pretty close. What's cracking, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone had a legendary day. Not really. Shit kind of sucks. Anyway, we're going to go ahead, break down this. We do got a trade to talk about. So we're already moving on to, it's not Cleveland. We're on to New York. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get into this. But of course, as always, we got to pay some bills. But it'll let me. Freaking. Why doesn't that let me do the Halloween font? Okay. There it goes. Just let me do the Halloween font. All right, let's pay some bills.
Founded and backed by the GOAT himself, Goat Fuel is a great tasting energy drink without the crash. Use our affiliate link below to save 10% on all Goat Fuel energy drinks. Help out the show and save 10% at the official Niner online store by using our affiliate link in the description below. Go to seatgiant.ca to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. The website again, seatgiant.ca, promo code Niner Faithful Radio. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on X.
I thought I made it back in enough time. Anyway, my bad about that, y'all. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, faithful of all ages, let's get the show crack-a-lacking.
Rice has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana. Touchdown, John Taylor.
You're tuned in to Niner Faithful Radio, the show hosted for the faithful, by the faithful.
Who's cracking, Captain?
Why am I on the left? I don't like this.
Oh, no. I think it's good. There we go. There we go. I just fixed it.
This isn't right.
I know, right? It feels weird. This isn't normal.
How's everybody going?
You know what, bro? Honestly, like, obviously, I was pretty pissed, and screamed and called CJ Stroud everything but a child of God, all this kind of things. But, like, I kind of expected this, bro.
I mean, we were due for you can only pull so much out of your ass. You know what I mean? Like we kept talking about, when do rookie issues become an issue? Not necessarily just rookie issues, just when do we run out of that good luck? How
Backups
much more
play like backup.
Huh?
I said backups play like backups.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how much more can we expect next man up to keep us in games? And I'm not going to say that injuries are costing us games. I'll never use an injury as an excuse. But let's be honest. When you're down at some places, third, fourth string, we had 4 defensive ends, we had 5, and 2 of them went down to get the game. I mean, it's just like, your return on diminishing, whatever that saying, I forget how that saying goes. It's like,
Return on the diminishing returns.
yeah, it just gets lower and lower and lower, and that's just what seems to be happening.
It's the only thing to me is just moving forward. Is this what it is? And you say, not necessarily that we won't win we won't win any more games, or that we won't be a playoff team, because I didn't see nothing that made me think that we're not a playoff team, and like in the sense of that, like we're 5-3. And what did we say before? Last Tuesday, a week ago, Jason. Fuck, go 500, and you're you're 10-7.
Mm-hmm.
If 10-7 doesn't win this division, or which, okay, if you told me the Yams end up 12-5,
Yeah.
and especially if one of those wins is against us, or basically in 2 weeks, they win the last home game, I'm actually here. Okay, but if 10-7, and that's just going 500 from last week. If going 10-7 doesn't get you a wild card or a division, you tip your cap and you say, hey, look, you know what? Shit. Just wasn't our year, right? Some years the Seahawks make the playoffs with an 8-7 record, and some years the Niners don't make the playoffs with a 10-7.
Wasn't it 7-8? I think it was 7-8 when they made it that one year.
No, it was 7-9, bro.
It was 7? Okay.
Yeah,
Either way, they went to the fucking playoffs with a losing record. That is just sad. Like, that should never.
And hosted a playoff game.
And won. That was the Beast Kid.
It won.
Game.
Yeah, that was the Beastquake, Beastquake, whatever you want to call it game. Yeah. So, which goes to show home field advantage does matter. And see, this is the thing. By the way, what's cracking? It was good to see you. I'm fully with you, Sully. What's cracking media? We'll get to that in a second. Yes. I was just watching. That's why I'm a minute, like, things have been a little weird. I've been trying to gather as much intel on it as possible. So I was watching Lombardi. So I did see it. He was a second round pick of theirs. We'll get to it in a second. I just want to kind of wrap up the game. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not mad in the sense of their defense is good, and you don't get. I think they said beyond blitz rate, we only got pressure 3 times when we weren't blitzing.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, just
if you give any quarterback that amount of time, he's going to look how CJ Stroud did on Sunday.
He didn't look good at times either. Even when he didn't have pressure, he didn't look great. I mean, he threw a couple of balls away that he really shouldn't have. So, I mean, it's just we have no pressure. There's nothing.
Which is it? It's not surprising. Let's be real, Jason. You told me that we lost Nick Bosa. We saw it last year. When did the Seahawks make their comeback? And essentially, when you look back, last year collapsed. The second Nick Bosa went down, they literally started their comeback the first play. They do, or during, either during or right before we do live streams.
That or they make them in the middle of the night. Those 1 a.m. signings kind of thing.
Fucking just randomly scrolling Instagram and you see Trent fucking posting and everything at like 3 o'clock.
When we did that one, I was just like, I randomly got up in the middle of the night, to go to the bathroom. I'm like, why is my phone blowing up? Oh shit!
Trent signed. So anyway, so this is to get to Sully's point. I think it was Sully that said it. Beat the Giants, bro. And then you're 500 and everything. I'm not gonna say everything is right as rain, But I'm sorry. I'm still optimistic, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's an AFC team we lost to. Again, if we were to look at games that we were expecting
Most
to
of us were.
lose, this is probably one that a lot of us probably chalked up to be a loss.
I did.
Looking at it, yeah. So I mean, this is one a lot of us expected to lose. So, and again, I don't think it's like they weren't great. They got 4 field goals against on our defense that played terrible, but they only got 4 field goals. It's our offense. As bad as the defense was and looks and stuff, all that, everything like that, our offense has to do more than fucking four plays in the first half. Or was it like 10 plays in the first half?
Bro,
I mean,
I never seen
pathetic.
I never seen a first quarter. Was it the first or was it the second quarter? Okay, no, it wasn't. It wasn't all the whole first half. But I had never seen a first quarter end with only 1 minute and 44 seconds of possession.
Yeah.
I'd never see that shit a day of my life, Jason.
And we were within 1 score at halftime. And we could have took the lead coming out of halftime. So saying that this is a complete failure, yes, it looks ugly and everything like that. I think it's because everybody was fucking bored. Let's be honest. This game was boring as shit to watch.
It really was, bro. This is not a thrilling game.
But so we almost beat them, and we had
I would
trash.
say this. Before that last pick, that kind of went against everything I was saying in the pregame when kind of abandoned the run too early. Like it wasn't like even what the worst the score was 23 to what was it 23 to 7, right? That was the worst that the score became.
Yeah, I want to say yeah.
So what? Even at that point, you're down 2 scores. And that was what I want to say going into the third or like midway through the third. So it's not like you only got a quarter left. Like I still think that's kind of just completely abandon the run. I'm sorry. I think that's still too early.
Kyle doing Kyle things, abandoning the run. I mean, let's be how many times have we had the same conversation about abandoning the run way too early?
Yeah. This is just Kyle doing Kyle things. So I'm sorry. You say 3 losses. Take off your Niner hat, and we say that, and go back to the week that we did the season preview. 8 games in. Let's just say at this point, let's just call it the halfway point to the season. Let's just to make it even. Niners are 5-3. Our 3 losses, both were scores that I'm sorry. Sure, yeah, okay. Once Mac Jones threw the pick and everything, then when he was targeting Juwan and everything like that, which by the way, if he throws that, doesn't underthrow that, Juwan probably catches that and scores. And it's a 3-point game. You feel me? So like going into that drive, I still have full confidence that the game wasn't over.
Yeah, I still thought if we score there, we have a chance.
Especially considering the offense looked better the second half, and especially the fourth quarter. So,
low bar to get over, but yes.
Low bar. Okay, sure. Kind of like, you know what, Jason? We talked about it earlier this year. The to me, you talk about the we want car game. You feel me as your Alex Smith moment? And I always talk about how I'll never forget me and my baby mama both reading Mike Singletary slips. And my baby mama said, did the coach just tell him you will not be here next year? And I said, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck he said. Mike Singletary looked at Alex Smith and said, you will not be here next year. That's we got that. That's the game that you always point to, the Alex Smith game. My Alex Smith game, obviously, except the Aints game, which is the true Alex Smith game.
That's the big one for everybody.
That's the big one for everybody. But my personal just Alex Smith game was Michael Crabtree's first game. We were down 21-0 in Houston. and he brought us back, and we ended up losing 24-21. But and I don't think Alex missed the game after that until he got hurt and basically lost his job to Cap. But anyway, you tell past Jason and TJ that the last 3 games or the 9 or 3 losses are to AFC teams, Houston on the road, Jacksonville, which Brock played like shit and hurt, right? And everything that went into that, and a Tampa Bay game, which, by the way, is the game we lost the leader. We lost Fred. And shit, before that bullshit field goal, still was only an 8-point game. I would take that, Jason. If
and at the time, Tampa Bay
through,
was arguably the best team in the league and the number 1 seed in the NFC at the point.
Yeah, and it was on the road, and we went toe to toe. And what did you said? I said our starting quarterback. You said a healthy quarterback. Either way, basically a healthy Niner team wins that game.
Fuck, Adrian Martinez probably wins that game just because he's healthy and can move.
Probably and function and everything and would have practiced because I believe is that not the week that Mac Jones did not practice?
Yeah, it was pretty much all Adrian Martinez in the practice.
So anyway, I still love where the Niners. I'm not going to say I love where the Niners are. Obviously, you're without your 2 best players, and still no Ricky, still no Ricky. BA could possibly, let's be real, they're going to bring him back against the Yams. They're not bringing him back this week.
And I sure as fuck don't want him brought back on Deathlike Field.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not bringing him back this week.
And I know Kyle said that has absolutely nothing to do with it. That's bullshit. I am not bringing bullshit. Even if nothing else but just for like superstitious kind of thing, I am never bringing any player back from any injury unless it's like week 17 and we have to win to go to this playoffs or something like that. Yeah, on that fucking field. Like other turf, sure. That stadium, no, fuck that stadium. The fact that the NFL cannot force them to change it, when it's funny because the NFL will not force teams to change shit with their fields. But when they bring in the soccer and the MLS and the World Cup, they are making teams change their fields for that. But they won't make Death Life change their fucking field for player safety. That's some bullshit.
You want to know one of the problems with the NFL is that the NFL, like sure you have like in situations like Eddie D, obviously the NFL can act as one and ban any individual owner or like the shit that happened with the Clippers owner, and things like that. But the reason that the NFL can't force the teams to change their fields is because the teams are the NFL. Yeah. It's kind of like it's kind of like yourself finding yourself, Jason. Like, hey, I'm going to take money out of my own pay. Like,
But I mean, it's funny that they cave to like FIFA or whatever it is, but they won't do it themselves. I know, I get that, but it's just. But when you think about it, it's like so. Player safety means absolutely jack shit. But like you just said, shit fucking talks.
I mean, look, I hate it. I hate it because this is like we've gotten this conversation where like my sons probably will never play football because their mother won't let them because she doesn't want them getting hurt.
Fair assessment.
So people always ask me, do I think the risk of concussions, et cetera, are ever going to stop football? And I say no, because you'll always have poor kids who are willing to turn their brain into mush to make that type of fast cash. There's no job on the planet except maybe investing or something like with day trading.
Winning the lottery.
Winning the lottery. Like there's just no pro sport. You're not making money like that in any other in any profession as fast. So I said, what will happen is the people like Tom Brady who, let's be real, Tom Brady didn't need the financial security of like I'm telling you, Atherton, where Tom Brady grew up, is one of the richest places in the world, bro. Tom Brady's family had money. Tom Brady didn't need to play football. Tom Brady wanted to play football. But in the future, give it like 20, 30 years, Tom Brady probably doesn't play football. Because, so I get it. It's frustrating. The NFL will be the death of the NFL. I just hope it's not within my lifetime. But yeah, I agree. So anyway, look, y'all, sucks. You never like to lose a game, but
it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, we might have a different conversation next Tuesday. Especially considering that, like, bro, I don't understand how we don't lose players. That's the thing that scares me the most. Is it's clear, Jason, we're just going to lose somebody every week. That's just the way the season's going to be.
So I was watching David and Bryant yesterday. If we are losing 2.5 players per game, that means by the end of the year, and they were doing the math on there, we will have 3 players left from the original 53 to start this roster. If you know what I mean, if it keeps going the way it is, we will have 2.5 fucking players left on this team from the original 53 man. That is fucking insane.
I have it on my phone. I don't feel like dealing with it reloading and everything to grab it. But you saw the graphic of like 2,036 games or something that we've missed since 2017. I want to know
what number 2 was. What was number 2?
I'm curious. Yeah, I'd be curious about that too. And even more importantly, the difference.
Yeah.
Because if we have twice as many as them, okay, there's clearly something there, right?
Yeah, but if it's like 20 people, okay, I'm not worried about it. Then there's nothing there.
Fine, whatever. But if it's like, yeah, you have twice as many as the next person, like, okay, there's something going on here, cuz.
Yeah. Anything under 2,000 and I'm raising an eyebrow on kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
That's a big drop off.
Like if we start getting to 1,200 or something, like, okay, come on. like something's going on here, bro.
Yeah.
So
1,200.
I mean, how many
at that
times
point, I'm suing. Somebody needs to sue at that point. Like that's some bullshit. There's a difference of like 1,200.
To get to the bottom of this or something. Because like, how many times have we made excuses, Jason? Where we said, hey, look, all of us are super hyper focused on the Niners. So like, we've said it with the O-line. We always bitch and moan and cry about the O-line, but we really don't rely, or like Mike McGlinchey. We always said like, oh, we bitch and whine and complain about Mike McGlinchey, but we don't really realize how bad most right tackles are.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. It's starting to get to the point where it's two things. It's how physical we are as a football team at this point, which, yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why the Niners have the winning percentage that they do under Kyle since 2019 is how physical we are as a football team, and we beat teams in submission, and that's why until this year we basically either lost or we blew teams out. Because why? Because we just beat them in the submission. And the number one reason I would say, or one of the 1A, 1B reasons we don't have a ring already under Kyle is the health of our quarterback. And now it's not like I'm starting to look at Jimmy. And I'm saying, you know what? Maybe it wasn't all the health issues that he can't stay healthy. Maybe it wasn't all Jimmy. Maybe it's because he's just getting killed constantly back there. Because it's starting to get to a point. You got Mac, like we've said all the jokes we could possibly do about, Mac Jones walking out there on one limb, fucking dry heaving off the side, like, and then Brock, who, look, I've heard more people point at Kyle and say, hey, don't have your backup tight end blocking the Eagles' best pass rusher, and maybe your quarterback doesn't get his arm damn near ripped off.
Yeah, I'll go with that one. I'll be honest with
I
you.
mean, but like, look, just saying, is it starting to like? It's almost like I don't have sympathy almost because like watching our quarterback get beat to shit. At this point, like I feel bad for Mac Jones, I feel bad for Brock, I feel bad for Jimmy, I feel bad for CJ Beathard. You know, people seem to forget that fucking
Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer. Damn, Jason went fucking Nick Mullins. How can we forget Big Dick Nick? But so people seem to forget the Jimmy era started with fucking CJ Beathard on the ground in pain, you know, and everything like that. Because let's be real, I don't think if CJ Beathard doesn't get hurt, I don't think Kyle plays Jimmy.
Probably not. At least not until the next season.
I think the Niners' plan was they weren't gonna, because let's be real, when Jimmy went in and he played those 5 games and he won all the 5 games, and they had to pay him what they did.
Yeah,
I think the Niners' plan was to go and basically use the fact if you ain't really played as a negotiating chip to not give Jimmy the big money deal.
could be. Yeah, I mean, but
And he was forced to play, so it was just anyway. So I'm starting to feel not as bad for Kyle because it's like at this point, you kind of get what you pay for. And look, I understand Will Anderson is one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. I get it. You know, and nobody's out there saying Colton McKivit's even a top 15 tackle.
yeah.
But I mean, fucking A, bruh.
Get the man some health. Help him.
Something. Because clearly,
I mean,
look,
why a check down block, a fucking crackdown, anything. You can't do something.
towards the end of the game, they had CMC, you know, chipping on him and everything like that, which great, takes our best fucking passing option.
But at that point, it was too late. The damage had been done.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, and you, well, let's be real, you're taking CMC out the game. Like that fucking Houston's playing with themselves
Didn't
to that
sign
idea.
somebody who was supposed to be like the number 2 blocking tight end in the league to help with shit like this? You know what I mean? I mean, did we not? And not only that, the number 2 blocking tight end.
It was our top free agency fucking signing.
And not to mention, we have some guy named George Kittle who's damn near a fucking or left tackle in the league. You know, if he puts on 50 pounds, he's probably a top 10 tackle in the league. Yeah. You know what I mean?
George
So it's like
easily play tackle.
They just say put 50 pounds on him, and he's probably a top 10 tackle. You're telling me between those 2 tight ends, we can't do something with giving him some fucking help on that side? Come on, man.
Well, because you're saying you want George out, especially late in the game.
Okay, so
you're wanting George out there. But yeah, I get, well, because it's, let's be real, Farrell ain't that good, bro. That's what it is.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he was brought in for that specifically.
And so that's a failure. That's a bad free agency signing, unfortunately, because I had high hopes for him. I really did.
I don't remember even seeing him over there on that side. That's the thing. That's more than just him being bad at it. It's like I don't remember seeing hardly any help being given to McKivitz. When it's obvious that he's getting run over every other fucking play. It's just like, dude, come on, man.
Did you notice that Trent was like a millimeter away from getting his, I think it was his left leg snap?
I saw what I remember watching that play.
Because of McKivitz? Like, because he missed the
And everybody's shitting on McKivitz. It's not like fucking Trent played great either. Trent was getting his shit pushed in from the other side by Daniel Hunter.
Trent's lost a step, bro.
Oh yeah.
Trent's lost a step.
I mean, he's top 10 still.
Yes.
But I don't think you can say he's top 5 anymore.
Look, this is what they're praying. They're praying that he just doesn't fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're praying of, hey, 70% of Trent Williams is still like 80% of majority of the tackles, you know, like that kind of thing like that. Because let's be real.
On this number on that edge.
Yeah, he's looking. And does he hold on for 2026 is a conversation we'll have more towards 2026, but it's something that I think we may need to think
Did we
about.
not say that this last draft was the draft we had to go hard on the offensive line?
Yes.
And I'm
We did,
glad with
Jason.
who we drafted. We went, mostly defensive line. But to come out of it with not much on the, I mean, okay, Connor Colby, who I'm not sure if he's hurt or he's just way in over his head, but it's like, fuck, can we get Ben Barch back? And at the beginning of the year, I was like,
Well,
yeah, Ben Barch, he's always hurt, but at least he played a game or two pretty good.
I think he'll they're gonna open his practice window this week, I think.
Well,
So he should start getting ready to come
I
back.
think it is open. Let me double check.
Okay, it is open. Maybe
double check.
you know what? Maybe they did do it
is
next
open.
week. Maybe they did it last week. My bad. Maybe they did do it last week.
No,
Yeah,
it was open yesterday. It was open yesterday.
Okay, I knew I saw it. I knew I saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember if it was last week or within or yesterday. Anyway, so that hopefully will help, but because they're praying, because we have no answer. Because let's be real, it was like NFL historic circumstances that Trent Williams was even available to us via trade.
Yeah.
Like one of the most unprecedented things in NFL history.
No, absolutely not. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you read it all.
Oh, no, I did. If Garrett Brown's 131st for Garrett, then I should take it. Yeah, but we're not getting the 31st overall. Well, I mean, we could get the 30. I hope we get the 32nd overall pick. They're not trading us Garrett.
Not to mention, I'm not giving up that much capital for anybody. I really don't give a damn who it is.
Not the big money contract and everything like that. So okay, White, Jason. Sounds like what from that. What Dave Lombardi's been saying is he basically sounds like a Charles Omenihu replacement.
Talking about for Keon White?
Yeah, Keon White.
Yeah, like it's from they were also talking about like basically it's the regime. He had plenty of playtime. He said something in a meeting that Vrabel didn't like or something along the something like I wasn't quite. I was kind of listening to him and doing some other stuff at the same time. Mm-hmm. But like he made some offhand comment that I guess they didn't like, and that's kind of the reason why his playing time has diminished. But when he does play, he still puts up decent, But size-wise, I like the fact that he does play inside and outside. Because let's be honest, granted, he's going to play this Sunday. We're that desperate. If we fucking pick you up Saturday night, you're playing Sunday morning. No if and or buts. Look, man, you play defensive end. Just get you on the
that way.
Exactly. You play defensive end. It's not that fucking hard. Go for the quarterback, set the edge. Which one are you doing this play?
Yeah. Come up with a hand signal. This means edge set. This means fucking.
Yeah, so I mean it's not that hard to play defensive end for the most part. So he's playing, and I don't care if we pick you up Sunday morning, we have fucking nobody on the roster.
Especially for the Niners.
Some local dude in fucking Foxborough, or not Foxborough, but in New York, just Kyle on the side. Who wants to play Sunday for free tickets or some shit like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's how desperate we are for fucking defensive ends. And the fact that he can't switch and go inside and out, I like that idea. I do love the idea that we have him through next year.
Yes.
Maybe he turns into something, we get a nice 1-2 punch with him and Huff.
Look, we can't. There's two things I want to say about this. A, you give up a sixth, get a seventh back next year. So peanuts.
Yeah.
And we can't say that the Niners have not had success with trades like this.
Yeah.
When, let's be real, minus Nick Bosa, we haven't drafted shit along the D line as far as pass rush is concerned.
Yeah.
If you take away Nick Bosa and DJ Jones, those are about the only Niner D linemen that you could say we drafted and developed into quality NFL players, right, Jason?
Yeah.
Everybody else has been via trade. D Ford,
What's
Arden
up, Kenny? How you doing, brother?
I'm sorry, not via trade. Everything's been via trade or free agency. Arden Key, D Ford, Jordan Willis. Everybody talks about Huff's touchdown. Who's the one that blocked that punt in Green Bay?
Yep.
So, real quick, I promised people I would say this. I fucked up and did not mention Sunday was National Tight Ends Day, but I promised people that I would pay this because I have people giving me backlash because everybody thinks that it's George Kittle that invented National Tight Ends Day. When I told everybody on the show that I would play this clip and prove that it's actually Jimmy G that invented National Tight End Day.
Today? Yeah, baby. National Tight End Day. National Tight End Day. It's a holiday. It's a holiday. Woo!
Wish that is still time. You know what? I can't wait for, Jason. I can't wait for that day in like 2020, like 2 years, right? When Garrick Selleck is a fucking honorary captain before a game and he just walks out and does the watch point. And everybody just starts going, Selleck time! And they're going to be people.
Selleck's on my Xbox. I'm like, this is Brent Selleck's actually on my Xbox friends list. I've dropped in and played games with him a few times.
Bruh, it's just going to be one of those things that everybody's going to be like, I remember there was this, I just remember that he was on Fox News recently about like talking about the immigrant crisis in Colorado. But his name's like something Wolf, but he was a player for the Broncos, right? I had never heard of him, but like he was the honorary captain or did their little like charge the foghorn thingy or whatever when I went to the Broncos game. Mm-hmm. He was their honorary captain, right? And when they announced his name, everybody was like, oh, and and the place went crazy, right? So clearly he's like a local hero, all that kind of shit, right? And I'm like, that's our selling time, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember.
There's going to be a better one than Selleck time? Juice.
Hey, I can't wait for that either. He's going to walk on the field. And, like, I hope he gets a ring. Because let's be real, he scored first both Super Bowls. But, like, that's legit. How many Niners can you say, Jason, that have scored in multiple Super Bowls?
Yeah, that's probably a very short and elite list.
A very short elite list, and I guarantee you, he might be the only one on that list. Matter of fact, I guarantee you, he's the only one on that list that doesn't have a ring. But it's yeah. Okay, Jason, I can see that though. It's just in 10 years, Juice walks on the field and everybody just goes, Juice. Yep. Juice is always worth the squeeze, baby. But I'll never forget at training camp seeing Selleck and looking at him and being like, hey, my watch is always on Selleck time, baby. And we were talking about, I was like, go set the NFL touchdown record. And we were just all like hyping him up and shit like that.
He hasn't popped out online in like years, but he's still on my list. Let me see if I can pull it up on here.
No, it's not. We lost last year too. Well,
does it count last year though? Even though because we didn't.
Yeah, it was the weekend though. I'll actually, you know what? I looked up. I think that's only Kittle's only second touchdown on National Tight End Day.
Yeah, he doesn't have the best record on National Tight Ends Day.
No, he really doesn't. A lot of times he's actually been hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you would think that the man who created it would. It's because you would think he has some game where he has like 300 yards receiving and 2.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's like he doesn't do much on National Tight Ends Day.
No, we actually looked this up before, Sully. He came the draft after they won the Super Bowl. He was drafted in the 2013 draft. So he was drafted. He was literally drafted the Super Bowl the draft that they were Super Bowl champions. I can't believe it. Was it you and me that looked it up, or was it Adam and I that looked it up? Jason?
I don't remember it, so it must have been you and Adam.
Okay. But yeah, no, he was drafted the draft that they were Super Bowl champions. So he did not win a ring. And I said he's the only one on the list. I should say he's the only one on the list that doesn't have a ring with the Niners, but he didn't have a ring, period. But yeah, no, it's a very elite. What, Jerry? Brett Jones. I still looked it up. That'll be also I forgot. We'll go ahead and get your final thoughts after this, Jason. But also, because I gotta go pick up a package outside. The answer to Sunday's trivia question is the question was basically what year did Frank Gore have over 2,000 yards? It was 2006. That's the that's the answer to the trivia question. What the fuck is Kenny talking about?
I don't know what he shaved, and I don't want to know. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to know what you shaved, Kenny. I'm a little scared.
So with counting Juice, there's 6 Niners that have scored in 2 Super Bowls.
Okay, I want to see if I can get him.
Okay.
Brett Jones.
Nope. Nope.
Wow. Oh, Brent has it.
Nope.
Okay. John Taylor.
Yep.
Jerry, obviously.
Yep.
Roger Craig.
Yep.
Joe's not on there.
I was like, you're missing the most obvious one, man. Come on.
Okay,
The other one surprised me because I'll give you a hint on this one. He scored with us in a Super Bowl, but also scored another one with a different team in a Super Bowl. Obviously, in 2 different teams.
Randy Moss?
Nope.
Dion?
Nope.
Who?
Ricky Waters.
Oh shit!
Like I said,
yeah. I forget. What's the other team he went to the Super Bowl with?
It was in Philly. It doesn't say here. It just shows that he scored in 2 different Super Bowls.
Okay. And then obviously Juice.
Let's see.
And then obviously Juice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the only one without a ring. Oh, Stoley got it right. He said McKinnon. Hey, that was like the biggest Niners or cursed fucking injury player ever, bruh.
Him or Jalen Hurd, man. Pick your poison on that.
Pick your fucking I forgot he played for those motherfuckers.
Ricky played for quite a few teams though. He kind of bounced around the end of his career.
Yeah, he did. I remember. So this is like always kind of cool. Like, you know how you have your moment and you always have your family traditions and everything like that. So like my grandpa was pretty big on traditions and stuff like that. Like every Niner playoff game, he'd make hamburgers and he would shape the hamburgers like footballs and stuff. And then, he'd put mayonnaise laces and then he'd put like a ketchup S and a mustard F and stuff like that. Like he'd do that every Niner playoff game. That's why I got my superstition and my tradition from is my grandpa. And which is weird because he's not really like that in a lot of things, but yeah, like he's definitely like I'll never forget. We were a little kid and they had this. Damn, I fat fingered the exit button. They had this thing called a bad call foam finger. And I asked my grandpa, I was like, what do you do with that? And he goes, you throw it at the TV. And my grandpa goes, don't tell him that or he'll do it. And he's like, oh, you throw it on the ground, TJ. He's like, you throw it on the ground and you just take criminy. I was like, grandpa's favorite word was criminy. But my white grandpa. Anyway, but I'll never forget, when I lived with them, we had a tradition. Every Monday night, we would watch Monday Night Football every week. And every week we would have Mountain Mike's, and my grandpa always put M&Ms on his pizza. It's bomb as fuck, bro. Put M&Ms on your pizza. It's bomb as shit. It's bomb as shit, bro. It's bomb.
Y'all try too hard, man.
It's bomb as fuck.
I'm almost ready to just leave and fuck this shit. and some stuff like M&M's and pizza.
No, he's not. He's Irish German. Yeah, I believe. Pretty sure Irish German. Anyway, so the first time the Niners played against Ricky Waters was a Monday night in Philly. And so I remember that's when that game was the first game we started the tradition of having pizza every Monday night because the Niners were playing. And so my grandpa was like, "Hey, TJ, do you want to get pizza, watch the Niner game and everything like that?" But he wouldn't let me eat, watch the game while I was eating. I always used to piss me off. But yeah. Anyway, so that's always kind of something from my childhood. I remember because let's be real, bro. I was a little kid when Ricky was on the Niners. I knew who he was and everything like that. I remember him being on the Niners, but I remember my grandpa saying that he came with a lot of baggage, and that's why the Niners got rid of him.
No, but he was a little divish. Oh, actually, pretty divish. Actually, now that I think about it.
You know, Ricky's one of those people. Like I always say this about Tupac. I say, you want to know the difference between because see, people forget Snoop beat a murder case, bruh. You know, like people seem to forget, like Snoop Dogg's a crip, bruh. Like, you know, like Snoop Dogg's a gangsta ass nigga. You know, people seem to forget that shit because he's hosting the Olympics and he's Uncle Snoop. Well, yeah, because that nigga's in his 50s now. You know,
damn, Uchi. But
when people seem to forget that, like, who was the other person on America's Most Wanted with Tupac? Snoop Dogg, you know? So I often say the thing that people like, Tupac is forever more immortalized as an immature 25-year-old male. You feel me? Who's young, dumb, and full of cum. The difference between Tupac and everybody else is Snoop and all these other people got to mature and become older and learn lessons. Pac didn't, you know, because he died at 25.
I'm gonna disagree with you right there because I think Tupac was much more mature than any of those guys when he died.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he didn't get a chance to learn from his mistakes and mature. I'm not saying that he was less mature or more mature. Look, you're talking to somebody who thinks Tupac was a prophet.
Oh, trust me, we've had this discussion before about how good Tupac was. Yeah,
you and I have had this because Tupac was a prophet sent from God. Because Kenny, Ice Cube, another perfect example. You know, I started this gangster shit, and this the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello, I had that CD. Anyway, exactly. You know, he's fucking. Are we there yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, people forget. Like, that's one of the niggas from NWA, bruh. Like, you know. So, I often think that's Ricky. You know what? Probably when Ricky was 23 and millions of dollars, and you know. Let's be real. The Niners, like the 94 Niners, have probably one of the swaggiest teams in NFL history, bro. Yeah. Like, yeah, fucking Dion. You had Ricky Waters, you know. But now Ricky's hella cool. I met him. I have a picture with him on the field and everything. So, yeah, now that he's older and mature, yeah, he probably is a little less diva-ish, you know. But anyway, so that was a cool little list. I'm glad I got most of those right. I'm pretty proud of myself. Anyway, Jason, final thoughts on the trade and the game, and then we'll get up out of here.
I like the trade. I still think we need to. I still think. Apparently, I need to go feed my dog. I don't know if you heard that little growl coming from him.
That was aggressive.
Shut up. It's about time for he knows in like 9 minutes he's eating dinner. Okay, so before this fucker eats me, I like the trade. We'll see what we need more help. Just bodies. We need more bodies there. Yeah. I saw that we did work out Cleveland Farrell today. I kind of liked him when he was here a little bit low key. We're almost done, bud. As far as the game is concerned, chalk it up to just like we're still 5-3. We're still in the middle of everything, and we're fine. It's as bad as things are. We just have to hold on for like another 3 or 4 weeks, and then hopefully, you know, we get some fresh bodies and the cavalry's back, and then we'll see. You know, we go into the bye week, you know, get healthy and see what we can do to push it at the end.
I'm with you, bro, because this football team can get healthy and get a little bit of rest. Might be pretty fucking dangerous. All right, brother. Well, we will not see you Friday.
Nope, you will not.
I'll try to I'll come up with something to do on Friday, and might not be the greatest preview show, but we'll do something. Enjoy many returns, bro. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, you
And
Jesus Christ.
we'll see you.
I'll see you guys
we'll see you
I'll see
Sunday
you guys
at
Sunday at
halftime,
halftime and nothing else.
all right, bro. Yeah.
Off that lava. One love.
Damn, Jason almost got ate by his dog. All right, that's the sign to end the show. All right, we appreciate everybody tuning in this week. I shall be live Friday, same faithful time, same faithful channel at 6 p.m. We might not have the full slides and all that good stuff that Jason does, but we'll have something cracking. Till then, I shall see y'all Friday. Till then, please remember, the San Francisco 49ers don't always lose a game, but when we do, they're still the best team in NFL history. Stay